killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
I killed it. I killed it. I killed it.
I killed it, it's murder.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder.
Go crazy, berserker.
My bad. Good there. All right. Thank you, Fun and James. $5 with a whole bunch of emojis. Appreciate you, bro. Still struggling with a few problems here, and one of which is, once again, I hear myself. So the sound is going into my microphone and then into my headphones, and that sucks. The only thing somewhat good about it is it's almost the same speed, so I don't feel like I'm interrupting myself as much. I don't know if you guys caught this, but my account that I played yesterday, where I did a pretty good back nine, but that front nine was just not salvageable, that account is definitely not going in. And the reason I know is, well, first of all, there's 8 hours left, but also Shaw here still has a few holes to go, and so does me. And then you go back down, and obviously Dave, you can do it. So we are not going to be able to stream both days. So I'm gonna take a different approach with my notes going forward, but I could just be slightly distracted. Today's my son's birthday. Some other news in the family, that's private but not bad. And that's where I'm at. So let's see. We got BB coming in here first. Good to see you, bro. Hey, my little emoji things are working, and so are the faces for how long you've been here. As you could see, I kind of went with Avenger theme on those. Those will be changing. And I also it is kind of sucking talking over myself. I hope you guys can hear me okay. but it does suck that only 4 emojis out of 9 are up there. I'll have to try to redo a few. Anywho, what's going on? BB, James, Redham, Adam, my dog trainer, and Mile High Mark. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you for being here. Then we have Matt J, Bob Knoll. How you doing, buddy? Chris Garner. Good to see you. Patrick Hoffman, Frank and Ashley, Matt Fisher. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Can't watch. I'm teaching a class. Good luck, buddy. Really? 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 Adam, your dog trainer? All right. Alvy Ward, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you, bro. $4.99 super chat. Kill it, brother. Want an LB today? So do I. But thank you very much. Daffy Duck, awesome to see you as well. Rich Alvarado, there's James super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Franklin Ashley's out. Take care. Out. Isn't there a burger joint named after him? Sandra Simon, good to see you. How you doing? Thanks for coming back. Patrick Gala, how are you? Good to see you as well. Richard Clay, what's going on? Got a -27. That should get you through. My boy Terry Lyle, how you doing, Terry? Gerald Mack, good to see you, bro. Yes, you hear myself too, huh? Steve Finn, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Patrick Gala. Why am I not seeing... Is it... I keep seeing like happy birthday Randy, but I don't see a post from Randy. So happy birthday Randy. I just maybe I missed something. I don't know. I'm looking. I don't want to miss a birthday, but I don't see anything. Stefano, how you doing? Thanks for the good luck. Robert Dyer, good to see you. The OP Biger, what's going on? Good to see you. Crawdad Mudbag, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Lil Randy, I don't see a post from a Lil Randy. Yep, I don't see it. I don't know why. That's so weird. Well, happy birthday. That's awesome. You share a birthday with my son. Oh, that's Aiden. My son's birthday is Aiden. My son's birthday is Aiden. My son's name is Aiden. All right. So we got some work to do. And if I fail today, you know, it's just because shots ain't dropping and, you know, I'm sucking or whatever. Harky Harkins, how you doing? Mile High Mark, $20 for some Kingmakers. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you very much, Mile High Mark. I appreciate you, buddy. We got 3 donations already. I am going to play the 3 songs while we get into hole number 1. All right. What's up, Sonic Lover? Awesome to see you, bro. Scrolling. Oh, thank you, Stefano. I appreciate you tuning in. Germany. Yeah, the time difference. I hopped on a little bit early. Wow, I do still got to get used to myself talking. Where was I? Oh, Mile High Mark. Thank you so much, bro. I will play with Kingmakers on every hole that's not like a berserker hole or something like that. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and my Golf Clash habit. All right. We're going to go about right here. Da-boom, da-bam. 11.2. 11.2 is 10%. No, it's 20%. Okay. We're going to go about 9 rings. One thing that's kind of cool is the fact that we ended up in the sand. That's kind of cool. Right next to the green there. You couldn't have been over like an inch. No, but one thing that's kind of cool is I'm actually hearing this in my headset. But let me test something and move the microphone really far away. See if I still hear it. Springs for my mic stand. What's up, Mikey? I can't tell if it's my mic. Okay, it just got louder. So it is my mic picking up the game as usual.
Perfect shot.
KB Chef, how you doing, buddy? James Kennedy, good to see you. It's awesome to have you, Mikey. I'm sorry haven't seen you in a while, but awesome to have you as a regular back in the stream. How's the microwave? Yeah. Oops. My bad. My bad. Cleveland. Daddy, why do you call the microphone a microwave? I don't understand that, Daddy. Daddy? Get in your home with a great shot.
Dilly dilly.
That's the way I like to start it. What's up, Rich Rock? Now, I assume this isn't going to work, but I want to try something. Tell me if you could still hear me. Ready? So the question is, did you hear what I just said? What's up, Stefano?
Dilly dilly.
Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it. James is here. He was. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Alvy. That felt good, especially being that it was a great shot. Gerald Mack, thank you, bro. So, were you guys able to hear me then? You guys said no. Crap, I don't know how to get the sound out of my ears. It's always something. There's always something wrong with my stream.
Great shot.
Fudgicles.
Nice on.
Just want to clear that out real quick. Thank you, Crawdad. That felt good. Paulo Garcia, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. Good to see Mr. Garcia. .4, 20%. We'll call this about 11 rings. Sound effects are free. Boop.
Perfect shot.
And we're coming in really short. No problemo. It's a shootout. I'd like to get the shootout money, but can't win them all. Especially when you hit them that far away. Okay, so now we got this one. I am familiar with this one. And thank you, Mile High Mark. We will be going with the Kingmakers, but not just Mark. I also appreciate Matt and James. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. We're going to use these. Let these balls It sucks having like 4 different balls that are all kingmakers, you know. Crawdad Mudbag, usually yes, but not with the microphone. With the microphone, you don't want to hear yourself because it's distracting. It's kind of like an echo, although this is the best type of echo to have because I'm not interrupting myself. Like normally with my old headphones that I used, if I was hearing myself, it would be like a 1-second delay, and I kept like trying to get a word in and talk over myself, like, you know, kind of like that. So this isn't quite as bad. No, normally I don't hear myself. I just hear other things. I hear alerts. I hear, you know, just things to do with the game and the stream. Junior DZ, what's going on, man? Why do you only have 72 million? I'm struggling. There's no... What's up, Terry? There's no other way around it. This account was... Like, I keep switching back and forth. I let one account relegate to Expert 2, and the other account is, you know, on Expert 2. I do my best to come in first place, and I just keep switching back and forth. Well, this week was a really hard one. I've been playing Tour 10, and unfortunately, my... God, it is bothering me a little bit hearing myself. It's just a software issue, not a microphone issue. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to win, and it really got to me, and it sucked. So because of that, my bankroll shrunk, and I had to go back down to Tour 9 now. We did hit perfect. Hopefully we don't miss the... Nope, we didn't miss. And we were off just by a little bit. Not quite a millimeter, but... What's up, Rado? And hey, Raul, good to see you. Yeah, it makes me angry too, because I have a goal of getting like 200 million gold coins. Million. Obviously, billion would be nice too. And then when I play my tournaments, I wouldn't have to do the shootouts anymore, which would, you know, make it a lot easier to watch, to consume. But at this point right now, I'm just not there, which sucks. And I'm going in the wrong direction. J-Dog, what's up, dog? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, Mikey, what tour are you playing, though? The fact that I was playing Tour 10 to have so few gold coins just sucks.
Perfect shot.
It's been an eventful day. I really wanted to work on my notes a little bit more today. And that didn't happen. My daughter was in a car accident by police saying, you know, it is her fault, but it's because the ice, we got some snow and we had rain before the snow, so it's like you hit your brakes, but you just keep sliding no matter how fast or slow you go. And you know, I had to go. Luckily, it was really close to the house.
Perfect shot.
Went and picked her up. Glad everyone's okay. Not the car, but the car can be replaced. My daughter can't. And I can't be mad at her because not long ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was, I was driving to probably a little more than 4 or 5, but I was driving to a party at a restaurant right around the corner. And on that same exact street, I hit my brakes, but the car, it was like I had no brakes. You didn't feel anything. And I slid really slowly into the bumper of a freaking Cadillac. Literally, probably 40 feet from where her accident was. So, just glad she's okay. But it's a bummer. You know, that was her transportation. And, eventful, very eventful. It's my son's birthday. After the stream, I'm going to go make him some, it's called like dirt. I don't know if it's a cake. It's more like a pie, or it's not even a pie. Dirt pudding, I guess, would be the best name for it. What's up, Adam Tinker? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Mikey, we've all been there, buddy. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it's definitely best. I do stop talking quite a bit. Just, it's hard to focus, talk, and hear myself. That's the problem that I'm having. There we go.
Big shot.
Mikey, I'm sure it is, but... Well, no, actually, it'll cover the damage of the person she hit, but it's not going to cover the... Because we have state minimum on it, so she's going to have to pay to repair her car. And yes, exactly, Stefano. Super happy that my daughter's okay. What's up, Mike Tanner? I was glad she was the one who called me, because if someone would have called me and said, your daughter's been in an accident, even if I would have found out like 3 seconds later that she was okay, it still would have been terrifying. But hearing her call me, you know, and tell me it happened was the best way for me not to overly panic. Oof. Oh, sorry to hear that, Stefano. No problem hitting perfect, but getting it in the hole is another story. Getting close, but you don't make it to the next round by getting close. Definitely a broken axle. Not sure about any other damage. While I was there, I was getting some stuff out of her trunk, and I didn't look at anything except for the obvious, which was the broken axle. What's up, Indiana? Long time no see. Good to see you. Good to see you, Fight Club. Minus 30. Awesome. Mikey, I don't need money. I don't want money. I'm not like... I don't want to make it sound like I'm asking for money. I'm just telling you guys about my day. But yeah, you know, sending a couple dollars is not gonna, you know, is not gonna help one way or the other. I appreciate it if you want to send a couple bucks, and you're an adult, you know, to support the stream. I appreciate you on that big time, and I try to put all that back into the channel as much as possible. But I would never be like, oh, my daughter just had a car accident. Let's have a fundraiser to, you know, get her a McLaren 600 LT. So it's not a tough time. It's a happy day and, you know, a worry day. It's my son's birthday. That's awesome. What's up, Jay Kellogg? And then also, back to the bad day. If you want to donate for this reason, I definitely welcome it. Please donate to me because my dog jumped up on the counter and ate some spicy, spicy hot dogs. And I just know that I'm going to be cleaning up messes everywhere throughout the house today and possibly tomorrow. So, yeah, bring the money. Bring the money. Getting into regular hot dogs, not really a problem. Getting into really spicy hot dogs, I think we're going to have some liquid poo to clean up. What's going on, Christopher Goff? Good to see you, bud. Way off to the right, it feels. Oh, not as much. Superman for real, good to see you as well. How you doing, bud? Oh, it's got to be a McLaren. If we can't get the McLaren, then don't even bother. I mean, she only had like a 2002 Blazer, but, you know, I mean, someone gets into a car accident, you know, like the normal person would go out and get him like a Volvo or something that's like super safe. Nah, let's get her something that can go 200 miles per hour easy. Especially for winter in Cleveland. That seems to be the best way to go about it, right? Cleveland winters. It was such a mild winter as well today. And, well, not today, but this year, I should say. I mean.
Nice on.
And that's just life. Kids are going to get into accidents. Just as long as they could walk away from them, that's what's important. Aaron Stuckey, how you doing, buddy? What's up, Wyatt? All right. Hole number 4. APOC, Kingmaker. We're good. Let's go. Joseph, what's going on, man? Good to see you. It's going pretty good. Johnny Branham. Just saw that message. Don't know how I didn't say hi to you, but hello. Awesome to have you. And Alfa Romero. I thought Italians weren't very good at making cars, in terms of reliability anyway. McLaren. I thought my dream car was a McLaren 720S, but it turns out to be a McLaren 600 LT. That's the one. That's the fastest one. What's up, Tim Therese? Bear, what's going on? Awesome to have you listening, buddy. Alfa Romano. I didn't notice. If you wouldn't have said anything, it would have went right past me. I'd like an Alfa Ray Romano. All right. 7.5 plus 10%. It's about 6 rings here. See how much we have to overpower as well. About 2 rings worth of overpower. I'm gonna take this shot with my left hand. Perfect shot.
Big shot.
Do your thing. Bounce there. Good job. Now roll up. And hopefully we're not in between clubs and we are able to do a thorn dunk. That would be ideal. Party time. How you doing, buddy? Max Ford, hello. Good to see you, bud.
Great shot.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind a Alfa Romero 4C. Maybe a Spider. Get her the convertible. Okay, so that's... I'm going to do a little adjustment over minimum. So it's 9.1, and minimum thorn would be 10.4 for 3 rings. 3, so we're going to go just a tad under 3. Do you want me to make this shot, or do you want to emoji spam me? Come on, buddy. We got perfect. Oh, and we missed it. But we most likely would have missed it as well. What's up, Frank? We also would have missed it because the green is so bumpy. So I felt like dunking was my best chance. I needed to go about an extra quarter of a ring, I believe. Robert Desmond, ladies and gentlemen, time for partying with It's RJTV. Robbie Golfer is in the house. Love that. Well written. Jeez, this is pretty freaking far away for a thorn dunk. That's what happens when you hit the pin. That was scurry. That was scurry. Hey, Daniel Johnson. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the good luck, Frank. All right. Hole number 5. Quarterback. Min distance. See, that's the thing I need to remember. I just naturally like going with maximum distance. Question for everyone. Do you think the claw is better than the hornet and the thorn? I feel like, at least from my standpoint, from my standpoint, I would say it's not better. If I can recall properly, the thorn is not quite as accurate, but has more backspin. And the hornet is more accurate. I think has a better ball guide. The thorn, I believe, also has a better ball guide. So why not just take a hornet where you need a hornet and a thorn where you need a thorn, instead of kind of merging both clubs together? And you get great stats out of the claw, but unfortunately you get a little less of what makes them such a great club. But some people really like them, so I mean, that's just my take on it. All right, I would really love to get a drop here. I remember when this shot was so hard that I either ended up in the sand or in the rough on the back side of the hole.
Great shot.
Welcome, Jack Mountford. Daniel Johnson, what's going on, buddy? Golf Class Chuck, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Excuse me. All right. So minimum distance, wrong club, easily fixed. I should have done this before. Red ring right by the sand, right where it's at. And we're going to go 5.5 backspin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And 7.8 plus 20%. 7.8. We are going to go 7 rings. A little over 7, actually. Perfect shot. And let's just hope that it hops in the hole. You schmuck! You schmuck! What were you thinking? No, wrong button. That's my angry button. I don't believe that. So freaking close. What else could I have done? Like, how many rings off was that for me to be right there? Like, Hey, Dave Smith. I-O. Dave Smith says OH. I-O. Ohio State Buckeyes, the 4th best college football team in the nation. And before you laugh at me, what's your team ranked? I'll come in number 4. I mean, of course, we wanted number 1, but there's a heck of a lot of college teams out there. I'll take 4. Yeah, see, Mikey, I can't use those words, so instead of using the words, I just...
Perfect shot.
Doink. Get in the hole.
Nice on.
All right, now with this particular shot, we can actually... Since we're adjusting forward, we don't have to worry about that extra room, I don't believe. Even though it's just a shootout. It's just a shootout, bro. It's just a shootout. Don't you like shootouts, bro? I guess you don't like shootouts.
Perfect shot.
Jay. Yeah, there's some people out there that can say they definitely have a better team than me, but they're very few and far in between. Unless we're talking about the Browns. Then I believe there's about 28 other teams out there that are better. Actually, we got the 10th draft pick. And what really sucks is we need like a offensive tackle or whatever. And I just seen a mock draft, and there's 4 teams ahead of us. We're number 10. There's 4 teams ahead of us taking an offensive tackle before us. It's like, my God, when we need a quarterback, everyone's fighting for a quarterback. Now we need an offensive tackle. Everyone's fighting for an offensive tackle. We can't catch a break. All right, stop whining, RJ. Here we go. Kingmaker. What's up, James Carter? Good to see you, buddy. See, one thing I will say about the claw or whatever you want, I think it was a claw that we were talking about, is you could still do like a thorn dunk with it. It has enough backspin when you get it high enough. I'm okay with that. Nice, Robert D. It was good reading. Seth Parker, how you doing, buddy? Glad I caught your comment before it disappeared off my page. Sorry about that. Mikey shot a -27 today and wants to know how everyone else did. So do I. How are you guys doing? I'm struggling. Yesterday, shot a -24 with -10 in the front 9. My God, if I could have played the same front and back 9 and gotten a -28, I would have been happy. But I dug myself such a huge hole that it just doesn't make it. So now I'm at the point here where I'm not certain. Well, I know for certain that account isn't going to make it, but can we make it with this account? No shortage of perfects, so that's good, but it's going to take more than that. It's going to take better aim. Yeah, you know, it's funny because nice scores. Very nice. Ian killed it with a -35. Indiana Melt is a new member. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Makes me want to do a handstand in front of a tiger. Look at him walking away from the factory. I don't even remember the story to that. You guys remember I used to tell that story every time? What's up, Braveheart? I mean, I'm not playing awful, but I did yesterday, so I really feel the pressure to perform today, so I at least have one account I can play on the weekend. I mean, it's not like there's any football. Well, you got XFL, but I'd rather be streaming. Brian F., what's going on, buddy?
Dilly dilly.
And Indiana Malt, I believe, by upping to a membership, just got us a 10th emoji, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he's member number 30. Oh, thank you, Indiana. That means a lot, bud. I definitely will have an extra day to work on emojis. That's for certain. But I don't want to have 2 extra days. I love streaming. Oh, perfect time for my 92% to pop up to give me a great shot. Oh, wow, great is actually what I needed. Just came in too hot. What's up, Michael Rick? Good to see you, buddy. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream. If you're not enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs down. All right.
Perfect shot.
At least this happened on a shootout. I think this is a shootout, right? Yeah, this is a shootout. All right, and that takes us to hole number Sevon with the APOC and the Thorn. Okay, we got the APOC right there. Let's find our game. Keep this stream a-rolling. All right. What's going on, Michael Gallitz? Good to see you, buddy. Five top spin. Might as well just go full top spin. And might as well just, it doesn't call for it, but just to be safe, 8.6. About 7 rings.
Perfect shot.
The perfect shots just keep coming, but man, I can't turn them into anything. That's what's disconcerting to me. Michael, I'm hitting perfect like crazy, but I'm not getting any drops. Wow, let's just sit on this screen and enjoy the scenery here. What beautiful trees. There we go. Great score, Mikey. Oh, is he going for green? Power 4, win 2. Seems like an odd ball choice. I would want low wind, higher power. But perhaps he knows what he's doing. And nice bounce. It doesn't get much better than that. We both passed the emojis up at the same time. That was a beautiful shot. Once again, I'll try the thorn dunk. At maximum distance, 10%. So right there is 6. That's 8. So if we're lined up right, that should do it right there. Nope, 8.6. And I'm just set up for 8. That hopefully will do it.
Perfect shot.
Not even close. It's got to be more than 10% when you dunk, I'm assuming. Well, still fun to watch him. Rip it. Rip it good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Great shot. Eagle.
All right. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so if we don't get the hole in one, we're still on pace for a minus 26. Not what I'm hoping for. I'd like to get a better score than that, but I got to dial in a few of these drops a little better. I should have more time. Most likely thinking I'll stream Sunday if I'm fortunate enough not to have an implosion with the rest of this round. Yes, I'm sure I still want to use the same ball that I have been using. Thanks for your interest. .9. Help me out here. I could use a drop. It would really help my morale. Not going in the water helps my morale, too. Jeez Louise. I mean, I know I was coming in hot, but... if the hole was like 25% bigger on 2 shots so far, it feels like I would have been in pretty good shape. Transfer out. What's going on, bud? Good to see you back. Jeremy Cox sitting at minus 29. Got lucky and hit an albatross. Awesome. In pro, nonetheless. From the second tee. Good job, bro. Don Carter. Gotta watch on iPad. Phone just died. Well, thanks for watching, Don Carter. I love your name. I love your name so much that I named my daughter's middle name is Dawn. That's proof that I love your name.
Perfect shot. Lights on.
Sometimes I feel like if I ever want to win anything, I need to go down to pro, but with these clubs, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. You can't take an Apocalypse level 5. Even if I took my baby account down, I would feel like overpowered. APOC 4, Thor's Hammer 6, all my common cards maxed out, all my rare cards either at level 7 or 8. What's up, Randy Stibb? Good to see you, buddy. But man, I feel like I need something to just like rejuvenate me or something. Like I was doing good in expert, and now it's like few and far between, it feels like, when I actually do decent in expert.
Perfect shot.
Oh God, wind really got that one,
Lights on.
I think. Or I just don't know how to hit. So we are playing like we're going to make it to the weekend, but I don't like the way we're playing. I really wish I would have updated my notes. I never know what notes I'm going to use. I go in blind. And, you know, that could be half of my problem. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. So far, these notes they're working really good. I mean, like I said yesterday, I got that minus 14 on the back 9. So I'm about to get a minus 13 on the front 9 here. If I could do a minus 13 again, or even a minus 12 now. I don't want to cut it close with the minus 25, but I feel like a minus 26 should get me through. But I'm not content with a minus 26, you know? Oh, okay, James. Another James. I can't say I love your name so much that I gave my son the middle name James, because I didn't. But James is still an awesome name. I know a solid guy named James. A couple solid guys named James. Let's see. Apoc Sniper. This is kind of a scary one, because when I do full overpower shots, there's always that chance that I'm going to hit it good, and you definitely don't want to hit it good. Golf Class Chuck, you know, if I start a new account, the problem with that is, well, first of all, one of my accounts would sit, because 3 accounts is just too much for me. I tried it. And then the inaccurate clubs as well, man. I gotta say, people playing in rookie and in pro with rookie and actual pro clubs have it harder. than people who play an expert, in my opinion, because you're playing the same course. Sure, your wind isn't quite as high, and you get different directions, but I'm playing with an APOC 5, and they're playing with Extra Mile 7. There's a big difference between those two clubs. Look at this APOC 7 right here. So this guy is really good playing up an expert. It's good to see someone with a driver like this up here. Normally it's the opposite. You'll see these clubs down much lower.
Great shot.
James West says, James is an awesome name, and he wouldn't be wrong. Good to see you, bud. My dad used to live in Cicero, Indiana, since we're talking about Indiana. A lot of corn. At least back then there was. I don't know about now. Okay, so kind of like that. 7.2 plus 10%. 6 rings. Thank you for the foliage. Somehow we managed to hit perfect. Hopefully our lineup was correct. Doink. Yep. So that's always good. That should at least be an eagle, I hope. And one thing I haven't been trying up here is the rough bump. Maybe that's something I should give a chance now, or try now. Because any drop is a good drop. I don't know. Then again, I've been playing with a Titan on this usually. So now I do have side spin 3. Maybe I'll give that a chance. Yeah, I really don't think this needs to be overpowered. Yeah, he's just going with a little bit. I was going to say, if you don't overpower this shot, you're going to be in rapier or, skewer or whatever he has. Oh, yeah. Nice putt. Well played. I am from Cleveland, Ohio. And unlike 99.9% of the people from Cleveland, when the Browns left town, I didn't go to Pittsburgh. I went to the Colts. And happily so. 8.2 at minimum distance. 7, a little under 7 rings. We'll call it 6.5. All these perfect shots. Can I get a little drop here or there? Jeez, old man. Anyone from Indiana or any of the surrounding areas know where Cicero's at? Cicero was the home of Ryan White, and there was a movie made about him. He was a poor kid back in the late 80s, I think it was, maybe mid 80s. Got AIDS from a blood transfusion, and all the parents were scared to send their kids to school with him. I think they had to do a lawsuit and something like that, and sadly he passed away, but he does have what is it called, like a fundraiser or something. Like there's the Ryan White program or something. Where I go to get my ow, that was loud. Where I go to get my mental health, the therapist there, they also, I guess, do do stuff for people who have drug addictions and sexually transmitted diseases, including AIDS. And I saw the Ryan White Foundation on a poster while I was waiting my turn in line. And that reminded me of the movie. The lady from Who's the Boss played the mother. Judith Light, I think was that her name? Judith Light, I'm pretty certain.
Perfect shot.
When did we get up to 93 people? Thanks for joining us.
Nice on.
Yeah, he had HIV and passed away of AIDS shortly after. And it was cool because, speaking of which, I've been watching a lot of stuff on the coronavirus, not because I'm like terrified of it or anything, which I don't want it. I'd be terrified of it if I had it, but you know, it gives you like suggested videos, and the next one was like they didn't find a cure for AIDS. I don't know if I have any HIV positive people watching, and if I do, usually that's something that people like to keep private. But I guess there was a guy who had HIV and a blood cancer, so he got a bone marrow transplant from someone who had a mutation in a certain gene. I forget what the gene was called, but he is only the second person ever to be cured in the same way as the first person. And they hate to use the word cure. They use the word remission because, you know, it could show back up 5 years, 4 years, you know, it could, but there's no trace of the virus in his blood. So wouldn't that be amazing? I guess there are people out there that have like a mutated gene in them to where they would be immune from AIDS. I'm guessing that's what I got out of the video that I saw. What's up? Let's see. Randy? Brian Condren, good to see you. Mike Brock. Dixon, what's up, bro? Joe Smith. Wayne Lilly. Let's go Browns. I like that. Let's definitely go Browns. Okay, so last time we overpowered it a little too much. But I hate this. Like, I tried overpowering it the proper amount, and it 11.3. See, this says just barely overpower it. But I know I need more than that. Oh no, crap, I ran out of time when I realized I wasn't supposed to be putting curl on that, and that could have probably been the best thing I could have done because I had to let go before the clock ran out, and I just happened to let go at perfect. I'll take that. Fun and James says, I'll be back to streaming as soon as life settles down a little bit. Yeah, you definitely deserve a break, buddy. We'll all be here waiting. And Steve Finn, yes, science is amazing. Stuart McKenzie, look into the AIDS hoax, RJ. I gotta be honest, I don't normally look stuff like that up. Like I said, I have been paying attention to the coronavirus just because it's so contagious, I guess would be the word, or, you know, whatever, you know, kind of like, it seems like it has the potential to be worse than SARS. But I'm not, I want to be educated on it, you know. I don't want to raise red flags. It's not even as deadly as a flu in terms of, you know, the death rates up from it or whatever. But, you know, you click on that, and sometimes, like, not sometimes, all the time, YouTube has like an autoplay feature. It'll just take you to the next recommended video. Okay, we should still be good. Yep. Eagles on both hole 1 and hole 10. I will take it. But I didn't know there was a problem with that. A hoax with that. And then, oh, Cicero is why Indianapolis was mentioned. I didn't know that. Stewart saying the coronavirus is a common cold. There's different types, like SARS was a coronavirus. I know that coronavirus is, you know, like there's, I don't know if they named it something else yet, like if it's coronavirus N or something like that. But the problem with it is, yes, you might get common cold symptoms and just be okay. But unfortunately, the third most prevalent symptom from, you know, what I understand is respiratory issues like a pneumonia. And that's generally the step where people go to the hospital. Not everyone who gets the coronavirus is going to develop, I don't even know if it is a pneumonia, but like a pneumonia. And see, that's the thing you got to look at. Right now, like some of the things that the hell? I can't tell what's being said. I just... but anyway, yeah, the... I'm sorry. Let me just take my shot here. Okay, so there's different rates on the coronavirus. There's number of people infected, which would be confirmed cases, and then there's deaths. And now they're starting to add in recoveries. Well, the number of deaths compared to the number of confirmed cases always ended up being right around 2.2%. But though that's confirmed cases. If you go to the hospital, if you're sick enough that you go to the hospital, then I believe you have a 15% chance of passing away, because normally you would go to the hospital because you can't breathe or something like that. But I'm sure there's a lot more confirmed cases than what's being reported, because how many people don't go to the hospital because they're not sick enough, you know? So I would think that the death rate from the coronavirus would be much lower than 2%, which is where it's sitting at right now, unless something drastic happens one way or the other. Just be careful. You know, if you happen to live in an affected area, even if you don't, the contagious, like, you can get it. Like, if you're sitting on a toilet in a public bathroom next to a guy who has it, and he flushes the toilet, it aerosolizes, and you could literally catch the virus like that. They also found it on a doorknob where it could still be spread, so the contagious factor of it is kind of spooky. What's up, Michael Bolton? Good to see you. You know, Alex Wheels, how you doing, buddy? Paul Gabor, how are you? Good to see you. Sean Isabel, good to see you. Good to see all you guys. I don't know, you know, I got like a hungry mind. I like learning about a lot of stuff. Sometimes the stuff I like to learn about isn't smart for someone who's got anxiety issues. But, you know, there are other things out there that I like to learn about as well, which I'll probably never use at any point in time in my life, but at least I know a little bit about it. but yeah, it's super, super contagious. And but I really think that the death rate is much, much lower than the 2.2 that's being shown. Because yeah, there was a case up in Canada where a 30-year-old couple came in from Wuhan. Is that what I think it's called? To visit someone who was like 50 from Vancouver. And I guess the 30-year-olds just thought, they just had like a runny nose type symptom thing.
No.
So a lot of it has to do with your immune system as well. And I hit it great. Everything felt good about that until I hit it great. Get in the hole anyway. Look at that line. Oh, it died. Jason Dodd, how you doing, buddy? Rich Alvarado, I'm glad you mentioned that. I am looking for an app. I am going to delete just about every single friend I have in Facebook. And I'm going to re-add, because the thing is with Golf Clash and all mobile video games, there's a lot of turnover. So I'm certain that I'm friends with a whole bunch of people that quit the game like a year or two ago, So I'm just going to start from scratch. I'm going to start brand new, unless I know you. And don't feel bad if you're one of the people who are deleted, because a lot of people don't have the same, the same Facebook name as what their name is on YouTube, and I may only know your name from YouTube. So don't be like, don't think that, I deleted you because I was angry, or because even that I don't know you, because, for example, Golf Clash Chuck. I'm sorry, Chuck, I'm not picking on you or anything, but I have no idea, no clue what Chuck's last name is. And maybe Chuck doesn't want anyone to know his last name. So I can't keep every Chuck that's a friend of mine. I don't know if we're friends, Chuck, or not on Facebook. But, I might be friends with 20 people named Chuck. So I would just delete all the Chucks. And then obviously if Chuck or anyone for that matter wanted to come back, I would gladly welcome you back. But I just want to get rid of all the abandoned accounts, and that'll allow me to play friendlies again with more consistency, where we won't have the people that say we're friends on Facebook but I can't find you on the list. I knew that was going to happen. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, Rich, I most likely will not delete you. But one more thing I just want to point out, in case I do delete you or anyone like you whose name is the same, I'm going to be deleting hundreds and hundreds of people. I think you're allowed to have like 2,000 friends or something ridiculous like that on Facebook. So if I accidentally click your name, don't take it personally. It's not my intention to offend you or make you mad in any way. I'll gladly add you back. But I just want you guys to know, hey, it is coming up. I want to clear it out. I do want to do a Friendly Friday. I didn't do Friendly Friday last week because Fenzel's dogs are sick, and he was doing a 24-hour stream, and I didn't want to take any of his viewers away for that. I don't know what I got. I got my dogs, and I don't know what I would do if, one of them or both of them needed some kind of surgery and I couldn't afford it. Like if someone came downstairs and said, you get to keep one dog, which one do you pick? It would break my heart. I think I would pick one. I would pick the one that I had longer, just because, well, that's not necessarily true though. I mean, the poodle is just, my God, like if I go to the bathroom, he follows me. if I take a shower. He just sits on the floor and waits for me to get out. I couldn't let him go. I would definitely have to make sure, though, that both dogs, whichever dog, would go to a really good home, which I think is what anyone would do. But and we're getting a case of the greats now. Just stay on the green and we'll be happy. Oh, the Earth is most definitely flat. I don't know if... Yep, see right there. Yes, I believe the Earth is measurably and observable flat. Don't get angry at me. Earth is definitely flat. If the Earth wasn't flat, our shoes would have to, be shaped with a little roundness to it. And, shoes are flat, so that's all the proof I need. I love science, That's scientific. No matter how gradual the curve is, your shoes would have to have a little curve in it. Poor poodle. I love my poodle. I love that, everywhere I go, he wants to be with me, And being that I'm agoraphobic and don't leave the house much, it's not like he, has to spend much time without me. Let's try something new here. Regardless of where this ends up, a lot of rough there to hit. Just come on, man. I mean, I guess I would rather have the drops in the weekend, but I don't even know if I'm going to get the drops. Standard poodle, Mark. The big one. He's actually taller than my husky. Not that huskies are big dogs, but my husky weighs about 100 pounds. He's very skinny, though. I get him shaved twice a year because poodles are hypoallergenic dogs. And, so they don't shed. So they get mats and stuff if you don't comb them all the time. And I'm not big at brushing my dog. So twice a year, he just gets shaved down to the skin. And looks like a completely different dog. Which I do the same thing to myself. Every once in a while I just hop on. You guys are like, what the? But we had him first. And then my son wanted a husky. And a husky became available for rescue. But one thing I didn't know about huskies is while poodles are hypoallergenic, huskies are hyperallergenic, meaning they have a double coat and they do something twice a year called blowing out their coat, where you could take a kitchen garbage bag and if you were to save all the fur that's coming off of the dog, you could easily fill it. And I've never done that. But one thing I have done, which makes me believe you can do that, is I vacuumed my room after like a week or so. Like I let it go just a little too long. And, there was visible hair on the ground. So I vacuumed. And within 1 week of actual vacuuming, I filled the bag. So, it doesn't just lightly compile it. It packs it in there from the pressure of the vacuum cleaner. If there was only a reward for getting close to the hole without going in. If only. Hey, Golf Clash Tommy, how you doing, buddy? Did not think you'd be awake. "200 proofs. Earth is not a spinning ball. Give it a look." You know, I gotta say, I don't know the what do you call it? I don't know the science. You know, I can't tell you exactly how gravity works. I don't think anyone can actually go that far because gravity is still a theory. But I do know that 1,000 out of 1,000 times, if I take my keys and let go of them, they're not going to float in front of me, you know, if I'm sitting here in this chair. So with that in mind, you know, I've heard some really good arguments from flat earthers, but I don't buy it because I don't understand the sciences of it, you know. I don't know. I always believed the earth was round. There was never a time, except for maybe when I was in kindergarten or something before school, when I didn't think that the earth looked like how it looked. But I'm not knocking people who do believe that the earth is flat. There's probably a few things I believe that you guys would think I'm nuts about. I can't think of them at the moment, but I like to have fun with it, you know. So I hope people on both sides, whether you're a flat earther or whether you're a round earther, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. Just goofing around. And see, that Stuart McKenzie, that's exactly the type of arguments that I can't defend. I don't have a degree. What's up, Nico? In gravitational forces, or, you know, I understand that your keys are denser, but I'm not prepared. I never prepared myself for that type of argument. I like that, Bear. Flat Earth works better for me in my wheelchair. That's great. Oh, okay, Tommy. I'll definitely check that out. Geeked Army.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Hope I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, I would assume downhill. Downhill works better for out-of-shape people, too. I'd rather walk down a hill. Like, when I go to the doctor's office, I take the elevator up to the 3rd floor. But then because it feels like I'm getting some exercise in, I will walk down 3 flights of stairs. Simply because, yeah, why not? I get my exercise a little bit. 8.4... 7. Gonna overpower this about 4 rings. Don't reconnect me. Well, yeah, do reconnect me, but I don't know why I would need reconnecting. I think I great proof this shot, but one thing I also want to learn a little better is how curl affects your shot. I'm so tired of taking shots, especially, what is it, the sniper shootout on Tour 10, where we used to just do the rough bump and, you know, roll down to the hole, but now you got to put like 90% curl on. Sometimes that curl just murks me. Oh, Stuart McKenzie, one thing you'll learn about me, bud, if you want to debate me on something, I love debating. I really do love debating. I will not get mad. I've gotten into so many debates with so many people, and, you know, I think that as long as you have the opportunity to learn something, Okay, this is in between medium and minimum. Try this again. 7.9. A little over 3 versus a little over 2. Sounds like 2.5 to me. Let's see if it looks like 2.5 for Playdemic. We did hit perfect. No! I was off. 2 3/4 of a ring, I'm guessing. Tommy, why are you not sleeping? Yep, see right there, add 0.3 rings. Yeah, Stuart, I didn't always have that mindset, but it is true, I mean, if I'm wrong in an argument or not an argument, but a disagreement or a debate, if I'm proven wrong, I can go away and sulk. I can continue debating despite the fact that I know I'm wrong. Or I can change my mind, and sure, I may not be the smartest guy in the room, or I may not be the smartest guy, whatever. But I just became smarter because I accepted some truth that I didn't believe to be truth at that point in time. So, I really respect people like that as well, who like to debate, and, I've beaten people in debates as well. And when I did so, I may not have gotten them to change their mind, but I did get them to the point where they admitted, I don't know, what to do with the information that you're talking about. Good discussion. I don't believe you, but, I got nothing against that. I think that's pretty cool. So I like to have the same attitude.
Perfect shot.
But that is a good question. Why does smoke rise if gravity pulls things down? I mean, obviously, like, I'm trying to think about this with what little knowledge I do have. I mean, I don't know. It's just... there is some wacky stuff out there. Like, I understand why there are flat earthers. And this is why I don't get upset. Why does NASA take a photo of the globe and then Photoshop the same clouds in different spots when you could have just taken a picture of Earth and, not... I don't know. Maybe there's probably a reason for it, but I don't know the reason. So in my opinion, that's very suspect. But I don't think it's because the Earth isn't round. I think I'm just taking the word of NASA and the government that, I don't know. Maybe it was like the photography where either they had to take small pictures in different areas to get that kind of detail, and with the clouds moving, it just looked bad and smudged or whatever. Or, maybe it was a really long exposure type photo. 2, 3, 4, 5.5. 8.3. 20%. Oh, crap. Don't look. Okay. There we go. I was looking at max distance. So those are the types of things that keep me out of the weekend. What's up, JB?
Nice song.
Alex, I like your thinking with the convection, but in order to have convection, you have to have like circulation. And if I like a decent amount of circulation, like a convection oven actually has a fan in it to evenly distribute the hot air throughout the oven, increasing the cook speed or letting you drop the temperature. However, I could go in a room that's not airtight. Well, actually, I don't know. Not a vacuum, but, where there's no breeze whatsoever. And if I light a fire, I think the smoke is still going to rise. Unless there's a different way of using the word convection, I'm not certain. But I like your line of thinking there. I love good conversation like this. How would satellites orbit? One thing that does kind of bother me, though, is why did we stop going to the moon? Why is it so hard to go back? Did we really develop the space program just to go into near Earth orbit or very low Earth orbit? Like, why aren't we doing something with this? They say that we made it. There's more technology in this than there was in the space shuttle that, the multiple space shuttles that landed on the moon. So, I know it's not the cheapest thing in the world to do, but you would think, maybe Russia or China or someone would, send some people up there to yank our flag out of the moon and put their flag back. And, why aren't we in Mars? Why is everything like a rover or a satellite? I don't know. That's just... I go back and forth, back and forth. See, I see your comment about money, but I don't think that's it. There's so many resources to be gained, and do you know how much money we were paying Russia to go up with the cosmonauts to get lifts to the International Space Station and back? I mean, and again, if we could get to the moon with technology less than that of an iPhone, you would think that the price would naturally go down, down, down. Now, I know there's safety concerns. That was a shootout, wasn't it? I think that was a shootout. Gosh darn it. The one time I get a drop is during a shootout. Yep. Not happy about that. I don't know. It'd be cool to have like a separate show sometime, though, just to talk about this kind of stuff. Get the knowledge that have someone who is really smart in round earth knowledge versus someone who's really smart in flat earth knowledge. And just I'll kind of moderate it and let you guys have time to talk. And that would just be cool, in my opinion. Hole 15... Speaking of Skype, am I just being bothered by someone who's trying to get my information? I keep getting emails from supposedly Skype that say my trial period is up. Is that how it says it? Let's see real quick if I could check in between terms. Well, I probably deleted it. But yeah, it's like I need to sign a contract or I need to pay a monthly, bill thing or whatever. But I ignore it. And I talk to Tommy on Skype and I've never had a problem or anything like that. But, I'm wondering one day if my Skype is going to go away or Did Skype go to a paid service? Which seems stupid because there's so many other ways that you could video conference with people for free. But I don't know how these companies make their money. Geek Army, if you have like a YouTube link to that, and you would message it to me, I would be in your debt. That would be awesome to see something like that, if you don't mind. Yeah, I thought so, Joseph. I just keep getting it over and over and over, and I feel like if Skype was really going to do something, that they would, like when I logged on, it would tell me, it would give me a warning of some sort. Man, the amount of spam you get is just crazy. Like, phone calls too, debt collectors, things like that. I don't have the best credit. I'd like to work on my credit, but half the time I don't know if these people are just trying, I'm like, what? I never had a credit card through such and such. Oh, well, we're a collection service.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
One question that I would love to hear, Stuart, since you seem to be very well versed in the flat Earth theory. How would you answer this question? If the Earth is flat, why are all the other planets, the moon, all those things, why are those round? And again, this isn't to challenge you, like, haha, I got you. You have some very clever answers, and I'm just very interested in, like, what is the answer to that? Why is Jupiter round? Why is the sun round? You would think, like, as the moon were to orbit, you would see, like, it looked like a flat, like a coin or something, if that were flat as well. Yeah, I thought so. To ignoring that, I kept getting it. I saw you guys talk about Skype, so I'm like, I'm going to ask that question. Yes, I did. They let me bring a piano, and unfortunately, I crash landed on it right in its eye. That's a great... you got a standalone video of that on your channel, don't you, James? I love that video. Very creative. Yeah, exactly, Robert. Joseph. All the planets aren't round, RJ. Look up real planets and stars with a Nikon P900, you'll be shocked. Okay, but like my grandmother's friend, and now keep in mind I was very young at this point. Don't even know how old I was, but he had a huge telescope, like taller than how tall I am now, and if there was nothing inside of it, I could crawl in there. Like, it was the size of like a very large cannon, and I definitely saw what looked like round planets, and like, again, the moon. The moon definitely seems round, you know, unless it's like a coin, since it's tidally locked. Unless, you know, you're saying like if that's flat, you know, that the flat part is always facing the earth, but then that wouldn't make sense either, because nothing could be tidally locked, because, you know, the moon wouldn't be the moon as we know it. I think they said something like there's a big spotlight for the sun and a smaller spotlight for the moon. Let's see, hole 16. It's a fascinating topic, you know. It's something I would have never entertained before in my life. But I have seen people, you know, on the YouTube, so they have a degree. Not just kidding, but they are smarter than me. You know, making some claims and some things that, you know, kind of make you scratch your head and be like, I would like an answer to that, you know? Like, how dense does an object have to be to have gravity? That's a question. That's a pretty, you know. Was I supposed to? No curl. Okay. What's up, Drew 4? How you doing, buddy? Oh, Jupiter is a very interesting planet. I heard Jupiter was just a little bit shy of becoming a sun. What would it be? A brown dwarf or something, but it didn't have enough gas around it to absorb. And then another thing that I hear is that Jupiter was actually formed a little further out in the solar system than it's sitting now, and it was moving in towards the sun. A lot of planets, a lot of stars have something called a hot Jupiter near them. I haven't had any luck with dunking today. So when you don't have any luck with dunking, what do? Try, and try again. Okay, so right there is 2 rings. So let's call this a 6.2 mile per hour wind. This one seems to carry, though. Is this 10%? Yep, 10% on the second shot. Great googly boogly. Now I need a frickin' Nirvana. Darn it. But anyway, Jupiter was going to be a hot Jupiter. This is just the scientific hypothesis. This isn't proven. You obviously can't prove this. Jupiter was going to move in much, much closer to the sun than, than like Mercury even sits. But Saturn formed after it, and Saturn actually saved the inner solar system because the gravity from Saturn, because Saturn was so much closer, was enough to let it settle into, I guess, what's called like residency. And another thing that's interesting is how dense Mercury is. I think they said something like 95% of Mercury is core. So what does that mean? And I guess as a scientist, the way you would look at it is that it was a much bigger planet possibly a gas planet or a rock planet. Doesn't matter one way or the other. And, it lost all its gas, if that's just a core, or it had a planet accident. Ah.
Great shot.
Come on, great shots go in sometimes, unless they're short.
Nice on.
Would you agree that the globe Earth is meant to have a pressurized outer layer? I don't understand the question. A pressurized outer layer. From my understanding, there is no pressure in outer space, so the... Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Let's see, King. Oops. Well, it's a sniper anyway. See if we can get a drop here. See, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily take as, as face value. Like, is the Earth 4.5 billion years old, or is the universe 13 point whatever 16 billion years old? When scientists tell me that the universe, how old the universe is, I understand there's math involved, but you don't know. Come on, man. Welcome to my world. It's a social psychotic state of bliss. You've been delayed in the real world. How many times can you hit and miss? Your last CAT scan shows disfiguration. I wanna laugh myself to death. Like I said, if you weren't here earlier, my daughter got into her first car accident today, and I am happy to report that she is fine. Oops. Yeah, Cody. Life with the in-laws. What? I'm combing my beard. It's not like anyone knows I'm streaming or anything, you know. Oh, my daughter got into a car accident, but perfectly fine. The vehicle, not so much, but it's not like totaled or anything. It just needs an axle. There might be damage elsewhere on the vehicle, but I'm not certain. I saw the tire facing in the wrong direction and was just happy that my daughter was okay. All right, so we are in 55th place, on pace for a minus 25, which is not good because as we look, minus 25s are being... I don't think I'm playing this weekend, guys. I really don't think it's going to happen. This just wasn't my tournament. I believe I'm done. Minus 25. Wow. Right, Stefano. Oh, we got Whitesmith back in here? I haven't seen Whitesmith. Exactly, Paul. Yeah, I'm super happy about that. I'm super happy she's the one who called me, because I didn't want to hear anyone call me and say your daughter's been in a car accident. Even if they said your daughter's been in a car accident but she's okay. To me, I would have heard it as your daughter's been in a car accident. She's okay. Oh, jeez. Just, yeah.
But she thinks she told the cops she hit the brakes and slid. Right, because the car was. As long as you stop, it's not like you ran through it. You ran through it, you're totally past.
Great shot.
Kent, as much as I would like to try pro next time, my clubs are just too far advanced for me to be able to go in pro. That just wouldn't be fair to my competition. There's Whitesmith. How you doing, buddy? Sorry I missed you.
If I would have touched it, my bumper would have hit that barrier on the freeway, he would have gave me a ticket. That's why I'm saying they don't care. That's like they hurry up and got her when she did the Z by 2 weeks, so the cops. Well, I mean, somebody got to go to work.
I really need a door. I need a door really, really bad.
It'll say, but she doesn't have a ticket. That's the only thing I don't like. If it was her fault,
Lights on.
Door. A door. It just sucks because the what do you call it? The just can we get an Alba here? I would love an Alba. Oh, this ball guide lies, so I'm actually going to go past the hole. 7.9 minimum-ish distance. 7.9, about 6 rings. Great, of course. And even that needed a little bit more topspin. Guys, it looks like I'm going to have a long weekend. And normally when people say long weekend, they're referring to having a vacation or whatever. But I'm actually lightweight depressed. I really wanted to see you guys this weekend. And that's not going to be a possibility. So I do apologize. My play has not been up to par lately. And yeah, I got nothing. Louder, louder, please. Minus 25. 45th place. Yeah, I'm the number one. What did I get in my qualification? Minus 15, of course. So there is a small outside possibility, but let's take a look at, obviously this guy, that's 2 people who are going to pass me. This person's going to pass me. That's 3. Oh God, yeah, I'm done, guys. If I somehow stream, it's a miracle happened. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that there will not be a stream this weekend. Believe me, I'm more bummed out than you are. And I get to stop streaming and continue to listen to this. So take care, guys.